Hey people, it is Wednesday, May 18th, and the time is 11:25 in the morning, and the temperature is currently a somewhat chilly feeling 12 degrees Celsius. And I'm standing here at the Adelaide Street East entrance to St James Park. So I'll be just walking through the park here, and then I'll make my way eastward down to George Street, and then from George Street I will walk south, and I will do another zigzag type walk where I go north and south along various streets running through the St Lawrence Market area in Old Town Toronto. I know some people enjoy these sort of zigzagging walks, and I do too. And this is one of my favorite neighborhoods downtown. And some of the side streets are very attractive and definitely worthy of a look. It's nice to get off of the main streets every once in a while and explore some of these smaller side streets. This is just a little detour of sorts through the park. It's definitely one of the nicest parks downtown. It's a bit on the small side, but it makes up for it in other ways. And it feels somewhat chilly. I'm in my t-shirt and I'm almost on the verge of being a bit uncomfortably chilly. But I think as I keep walking, I'll probably acclimate. And the sun is struggling to come out. So here's Jarvis Street. There's another look back towards the park. Nice backdrop of towers. There's just something awesome about a city park that's surrounded by tall buildings. I don't know if I can walk through here or not. Maybe I'll go around. So here's George Street. George Street has a reputation for being a sketchy street, one of the worst in the city, but that applies to the more northerly parts of George Street on the other side of Moss Park. This southern end of George Street is actually quite nice and not the least bit sketchy in my opinion. Of course, it does pass through the St. Lawrence Market neighborhood, which is a very sought-after downtown neighborhood. So now we're heading south on George. So here's King Street East. So we'll be crossing Front Street in a moment, and then I'll continue on south. Once you go south of Front, things take on a much more residential nature. Looks like somebody ditched their coat. We got some flowers blooming. And the sun is really trying to break through these clouds. That's kind of a neat vantage point of the Brookfield Place office towers, St. Lawrence Market. And here we have the Esplanade. It's garbage pickup day, at least in this part of the city. I can see a GO train passing through, or looking through the building. I can see a GO train passing by, is what I'm trying to say. This is called Henry Lane Terrace. That's kind of a strange way to name a street. The air smells of flowers in this neighborhood. Now I can see a via train going by. The rail corridor is literally just directly behind this building. Alright, so now we're making our way north again. We did the zig, now we're doing the zag. And it's warming up. I can feel the sun now. So this is Frederick Street we're now on, and I'll continue north. I see they have these red painted bus lanes here on the Esplanade. That's a fairly new addition as far as I can remember. Unless it's just the red paint job that's a new thing. Maybe the bus lanes were there before without the red. So now we're back to Front Street. Maybe I'll just go over to this side. Right. Go. What's that? Just the neighborhood. I don't know why that's so, shocking. So I quite like this short 2-block section of Frederick Street here. This is another one of these streets that I wish was longer. Back to King Street. And then we have the downtown George Brown College campus. If I can make my mouth work properly. And back on Adelaide. So we've zigged, we've zagged, and now in a moment we're going to zig once more. And here's Sherbourne Street. What I said earlier about George Street can also be said for Sherbourne Street. South of Queen Street, Sherbourne is not really sketchy at all. It's a very nice street and a very nice part of downtown. Well, there's the monstrous time and space condominiums. It's like a hulking complex that takes up an entire block for the most part. And what it lacks in height, it makes up for in girth. I think the tallest section of it will be about 30 floors, but most of it will be much shorter than that. Maybe like 15 floors or so. And they're just starting the very early site preparation on another new tower that will go here. This one will be a taller tower. I think in the high 30s to maybe low 40s. So now we're on Lower Sherbourne once you pass Front Street heading south. And here's where Bolet's Burritos is. This place gets rave reviews online, and I have yet to try it, even though it's been here as long as I've lived downtown. And I don't know what's taking me so long to get around to trying it. You can see this massive structure. There's David Crombie Park. That's named after a former mayor of the city. The park isn't really much to look at though, is it? It's just a kind of unkempt looking patch of grass for the most part, with a baseball diamond. Could use a little TLC. So now we're heading east on the Esplanade. On the southern side of the Esplanade, it's split into two parts here, with this large park-like median in between. So now we've zigged, we've zagged, we've zigged again, and now we're zagging again. And this is Princess Street. And I can see David Crombie Park continues on here, where it looks a little bit more like a park. It's like a children's play area up ahead. I think there's a basketball court also. So we're walking a full block to the east, and this massive condo also dominates this side of the block as well. Time and space seems like an appropriate name for it. It certainly takes up enough space anyway. And it's taken quite a lot of time to construct, being so massive, so it all makes sense now. And it's completely sold out. I'm not sure how many units are in this condo, but there must be in the high hundreds, I imagine. Or even 1,000. I'm gonna have to check this out. Yeah, here's a no frills that I've never been inside. I'm thinking maybe this will be the day to go in. I do have to pick up some juice, and I might as well go in there and get it. I'll be ending the video shortly. It looks like this fire truck is hovering in the air. Use the force. Luke, use the force. And if I could use the force to make this light turn red more quickly, I would definitely do that. It's one of those annoying intersections where you have to push the button. All right, finally. It looks like this old building will also be redeveloped here. 39 stories, 2 towers. I can't tell from that crude rendering or massing model if this building will be preserved or not. But hopefully this grocery store will be able to reestablish itself somewhere else. King. And South Street Burger Bar. I've heard good things about that place. So now we're coming back up to Adelaide Street. So I'm going to end the video here after we've zigged and zagged multiple times. So I hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment below if you do enjoy these sort of zigzagging walks through smaller side streets. And also be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And make sure you also hit that notification bell. That way you won't miss any of my videos. And if you'd like to support the channel, there are links in the description where you can do so via PayPal and via my merch store. And you can also find me on Instagram under KContinuum. So thanks for watching, and be sure to keep checking back, because as always, I will continue.